Welcome back to Immigration and Jobs Talk Show. Under the new Trump administration, we're likely to see a more aggressive stance on immigration, and it's not just about border security. Employers will be facing several challenges as the U.S. immigration system undergoes sweeping changes. We can expect immediate actions, including executive orders and policy shifts, which will affect how businesses handle immigration compliance and manage their workforce. Starting with increased scrutiny of immigration benefits. One of the key changes we expect is a reinstatement of stricter USCIS adjudication practices. This means we'll see more denials, particularly in popular visa categories like H-1B, L-1, and O-1. No longer will USCIS automatically defer to previous decisions. Now, officers may deny petitions without asking for additional evidence, which could mean more paperwork for employers and delays in the process. Termination of humanitarian programs is also on the horizon. Programs like Temporary Protected Status, TPS, and parole programs for countries like Cuba, Haiti, Nicaragua, and Venezuela are expected to end. And while the fate of DACA remains uncertain, employers should be ready for the possibility that workers under these programs could lose their legal status. This could result in workforce disruptions, especially for those who depend on these programs for work authorization. Increased I-9 audits and workplace investigations are another key concern for employers. During Trump's first term, businesses saw a significant rise in audits, worksite investigations, and even raids. As we move into the second term, employers should brace for more scrutiny. If you haven't already, it's time to evaluate your I-9 compliance practices and ensure that your onboarding procedures are up to par. The last thing you want is to get caught up in an audit without proper documentation. And we can't forget about travel restrictions. Expect more visa vetting and, possibly, expanded travel bans. This could severely impact business operations, especially for international workers and employees who travel frequently for work. Increased processing times and visa denials could force employees to spend more time outside the U.S. than expected, which can lead to disruptions in your operations. Employers need to stay on top of international travel requirements and plan ahead to avoid disruptions. Changes to the H-1B program are coming, and they're likely to be significant. We expect to see a redefinition of specialty occupation, which could make it harder for employers to qualify for H-1B visas. On top of that, wage requirements are expected to rise, which could impact your ability to hire new employees on H-1B visas, or even retain your current workers. These changes will also affect other visa categories like H-1B1 and E3, as well as the permanent residency process, which often requires a labor certification. Another key area of concern will be the termination of individual work authorization programs like H-4 spouse EADs. This could cause massive disruption for businesses that rely on these workers. If these programs are cut, many employees will lose their ability to work, leaving companies scrambling to fill positions. But it's not just about enforcement. Trump's second term could bring fundamental changes to the entire immigration system. As we saw during his first term, Trump has long pushed for a merit-based immigration system. This would prioritize immigrants who possess valuable skills, advanced education, and the ability to create jobs or contribute to the U.S. economy in other ways. It would also focus on reducing family-based immigration in favor of attracting highly skilled workers. The goal? To create a system that benefits the American economy while protecting American jobs and wages. So, what does this mean for employers? Well, you should be prepared for tougher adjudications, more frequent audits, and potentially significant disruptions to your workforce. It's essential to stay in close contact with your immigration counsel to make sure you're ahead of these changes. Employers who proactively manage their immigration programs will have a better chance of weathering these upcoming storms. Whether it's adjusting to higher wage requirements, dealing with workplace investigations, or managing the loss of work authorization programs, employers need to stay informed and ready for action. The second Trump administration is set to bring even more challenges to the immigration landscape, but with the right strategies in place, you can navigate these changes and keep your workforce intact. If you found this video helpful, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe for more updates. Thanks for watching Immigration and Jobs Talk Show. See you next time.